Je suis en conversation téléphonique avec Adé Martine de Shanghai Baby qui me parle avec honnêteté, avec justesse de ses expériences en tant que fondatrice de ce projet qu'elle mène avec passion. Adé Martine est l'ex-bassiste de Heinz. Elle a déjà sorti un premier EP qui s'appelle EP01 avec Shanghai Baby et elle est en train de préparer son deuxième EP qu'elle va sortir le 3 mai, très très bientôt. La ligne n'est pas très très claire, donc excusez-moi si à quelques endroits ce n'est pas toujours très très lisse et un ou deux malentendus, mais voilà, c'est une conversation tout à fait naturelle. La conversation s'est faite en anglais avec les sous-titres en anglais. Je vous laisse découvrir cette personne très humaine, très talentueuse, adorable et chaleureuse.
Yeah.
I'm fine, thank you. So, Ade, is it how you pronounce your name, Ade?
Yeah, exactly that.
Okay, great. So, I'm going to do a portrait of you.
Like
And
on the camera now?
so it's recording now. And I will introduce my podcast first,
Uh-huh.
and just to say that it's a podcast that promotes girls in bands. I usually talk about their singers, and if I like them, I will just always promote their single after single, which is what I've done
Thank you
with
very
you.
much. See, I've seen. Thank you.
Thank
A really
you.
nice
Thank you.
support.
So I'm going to start. My portrait will start with your origins. So where are you exactly from?
I'm from Madrid. Yeah, from Madrid, the center of Madrid. I've always lived here.
And can you tell me how many languages you speak?
Only English and Spanish. A little bit of French, but not like I was supposed to learn in school, but it was really bad. So nothing. I can understand a little bit, but not really.
So you concentrated on English. It's a bit like me, but I
Yeah.
can speak a bit of Spanish too. But
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
English. Yeah. So, can you tell me how you discovered music and rock?
I think it's always been part of my life. Like I started going to music lessons when I was really young. Like I was 4, I think, or 3.
Wow.
And my parents and I never stopped going. Like I did singing lessons since I was 3 till I was 23. So that was for 20 years. And my but I what I studied was more jazz. That my school, my music school was a jazz school. But at the same time, in my house, like my parents were really music lovers, and they loved rock and roll. Like my mom used to play the Clash all the time, and Elvis Costello. Like that's the kind of vibe I used to like. The Ramones. They used to play all that stuff at home, so I would have both worlds at the same time. Always like the jazz world from the school, and then the rock at home.
Ah, okay. So you did a music school.
Yeah.
So was it like a conservatory or was it
No,
private
it was
lesson?
it was a jazz school. You know jazz?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it well. Um, it was a jazz school, so it wasn't that crazy. Like it wasn't classical music. It was more free, but but it was a school. Like I had a lot of like lessons and stuff, and I was there for 20 years.
Ah,
And that's
wow.
yeah. I went to singing lessons for the whole time. I went to, I don't know, like the choral, and I don't know. I played guitar. Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's really impressive. That's so cool. Can you
Thanks.
tell me a little bit about Madrid and the venues? Are there a lot of really cool venues to go to there if I go there one day?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the period of time, really. Like right now, I would say it's a little bit. I think there's a new scene starting here, but it's been a little bit dead in the last years. Like when I started playing in bands and like going to shows and stuff, it was really cool. It was like every day there would be a nice and cool show to go to, and like really cheap, and like that's where you would meet people to play with and people to go out with and people who had your similar like interests, which was really cool. Like there was an actual scene, and for a long time after that, like I would say for the last 5 or 6 years, that hasn't been happening, but I think that's coming back now. So it's
Okay,
like you can feel the energy of like something new happening.
great. Um, and would you say that the venues are a safe place for girls when they want to go to a concert on their own? Is it safe enough in Madrid?
Yeah, actually, Madrid is pretty safe in general. Like it depends when you where you go a little bit. Like, but in general, yes. Like I wouldn't say I haven't had or any of my friends have ever had like a bad experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
In any venue or show or whatever. I think like for example, like if you go to a bigger show, like 800 cap or 1,000 people show, like if there's like a mosh pit or something, like I think it's getting a little bit better. Like as a girl, not great, but it's getting better. I think here, like the bands are really aware of it, and they're like they shout out to someone if someone's not behaving properly. Like I think everyone is pretty aware of everything.
yeah,
I think it's
that's
kind of safe. Yeah.
good. So, my second part of the portrait is
hmm
about the band itself. So, how did you choose the name?
Um, it's like I don't really have a good story about it. Like I was really really like I didn't re- like I was looking for a name and I was really stressed about it because I didn't find one that I like. And suddenly, a friend of mine was carrying a book that was called Shanghai Baby, and I was like, "Oh, that's a cool name. Like, I actually like it for a band." And she was like, "I'm hating it. This is like I don't like. I'm not liking this book at all. It's nothing like you." Like she said, it's so cheesy and so girly and so like it's nothing like you. And I was like, oh, I kind of like that, and then I used it. But
It's
I'm
really
I'm having like a moment with it now. Like I'm not sure if I like it. I like it. I don't dislike it, but I kind of regret sometimes not calling it just my name. Like Ade Martin. Like I think that would have been cool too.
is Shanghai Babe a project for of you only, or are there other people involved in it?
It's only me. Yeah,
Okay, so you surround yourself with musicians when you go live.
exactly. See, well, actually, my boyfriend, who's also a musician, he's the drummer, and he plays and writes all the drum parts and helps me a little bit with production and writing a little bit sometimes. Like we live very like kind of together, so when I'm like I don't know, having a rough moment with writing, or like I'm not feeling inspired, like I always have him like come over, and as like he helps me a lot, and he writes all the drum parts because that's something I'm not really good at. So yeah, but in general, I write everything else. Like I write the songs, I write all the guitars and stuff.
Ah, okay. So I was going to ask you as well, do you prefer the studio or the live?
Studio, definitely. I don't really
So,
like live shows. Like I love going to them, but I don't like giving them. Like especially it being my project, like entirely and just me, and like me being the center of attention. Like I hate it. Like I'm so used to being like on the side playing bass that now like having this like yeah, I don't like it. And in the studio, I feel the best there. Like I feel so free. Like I can do anything that I want, and like that's when I feel more like a musician and more inspired ever, I think.
okay. I've seen that you went to Mexico.
Yeah.
I lived there for 3 years, so
Oh,
I
nice.
recognize. Yeah. Did you like it there?
I love it. I've been there a few times. I was there with my old band, And this time I went with, because my boyfriend also has a band where I sometimes play bass. So I went there to play with them, with his band, and I don't know. It's one of my favorite cities in the world. Like I think it's got a mixture of the cities that I like the most, of my favorite cities ever. Like it's a little, I can feel an energy that reminds me to Madrid, something like New York too. Like I think I don't know, it's really, really, really vibrant, and I don't know, like I love those kind of cities, like full of people, everybody's doing something, everybody's having like there's food on the street. There's like I love that. I love those kind of cities. I love it. I love it so much.
Oh yeah, me too. The tacos, the
Yeah,
street food.
everything. It's like you're never bored.
No, never. What is the band of your boyfriend if you play with it? I'm interested.
Sorry, what did you say?
The band of your boyfriend,
Oh,
what's his name?
La Paloma.
La Paloma.
Yeah, like it's
Ah,
the
okay.
pigeon. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll check it out. Thank you. And now, can you tell me a little bit about the style of the band? So, what are your inspiration, influences in music?
um, it's been changing a little bit, but right now I'm like going back to all the music that I used to listen in the 2000s, 2010s. Like I don't know, like all the indie rock that I used to listen to, like I don't know, The Strokes, Vampire Weekend, uh, Justice. Like I'm like going back to all that a little bit, and because I've always liked that because it's the music I kind of grew up with, like going to clubs and stuff. So it's always had a spot in my heart. But it's never been an actual inspiration for when I write, and now it is a little bit more. Yeah, like, but there's always a little bit of I don't know, like the Clash are always there, Joe Strummer, but yeah, like all that, like MGMT, The Strokes, Kings of Leon, that kind of LCD Sound System, The Virgins, like New Order, like Arcade Fire, all that kind of universe is the one that I go to now.
I love it. Yeah, I love the sound as well. The sound is a little bit like it's garage. I don't know how to describe your style. How would you describe your style?
Oof, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's garage. I think it's a little bit more. I think it's darker than garage, but at the same time, it isn't. It's like garage has a like a. I think it's more serious
Yeah,
than garage, not in a good or bad way, just serious. Like because garage is more like have fun and like I think it's more like I think it's pop rock to be honest. Like
yeah,
that's I never find like there's a little bit of shoegaze guitars sometimes, but like not crazy. So it's a yeah. I always say it's more like indie pop
yeah. It is
because the
dark. It is the themes are quite dark when I've been
yeah.
listening. But it's like, in fact, I've been listening to the four singles that you've had for the new EP.
Hello. Ah
So you
yeah
can you hear me?
yeah yeah
Ah,
yeah.
so you've done four singles from the new EP,
Three for now.
three.
Yeah.
So it's like there is a progression of emotions and feelings in it. Like I've noticed that it goes from being quite dark and not negative but sad or angry to
Mhm.
getting a little bit more cheery for with the Take It Easy single, the last one.
Um, I don't think it gets cheery at all ever.
No.
Like I think 1 second. Sorry, no, sorry.
Sorry.
That someone knocked. Sorry. Um, I think like because I wrote the songs really close together, like I wrote them in like 1 month or something, or maybe 2 months.
Yeah.
And it was a moment where I was really, 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 really frustrated and really going through a rough time and really angry at stuff. And like I think my first TP, I was more sad,
Yeah.
and it's more sad. Like the first TP is, it's like when I hear it, I remember that I was really sad at that point. And now in the second one, it's more like it's like the anger that comes after the sadness, you know, like when you see yourself so sad and then it makes you angry that you had to be so sad for a while, like and you're angry at the things that made you sad before. So I think that's what I was going through at that time when I was writing them. And actually, I remember because when I went to the studio, I because the producer that always work with, he's called Paco Loco. I went and I told him like Paco, I like I want to sound angry because how that's how I'm feeling. So let's like go through like towards that idea. Like I don't want to sound, yeah, like I want it angry, you know,
Yeah, it's
because that's
very
how.
honest. It's very raw.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's
That's
really
what
good.
that's what I was looking for.
Yeah, honest, personal. I think it's very brave to expose the pain and the hurt and the regrets. Expose
Yeah.
yourself in songs like that. I think it's very brave as well.
Yeah, I think because like at the same time I'm not. I think I can express myself that way because I'm never too literal. Like I think I express those feelings more through images and like I think it's open for anybody to like feel that they can understand what I'm saying. Like it's not I'm not that kind of songwriter that it's like I was in Madrid and this person did this to me and I'm feeling this way. Like it's more open, I think, and that's why I don't feel so exposed. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah,
So
yeah. I feel exactly like what you're singing. I have felt it too, so I can
exactly. See
relate
that
to
that's what I
it.
wanted to also like. I think because that's the songs that I like the most. Like my favorite songs are like that. Like I can take what the singer is saying to my situations in my life. So that's what I was
Exactly,
trying.
exactly. That's exactly how I felt as well.
Amazing. I'm so glad.
And so, how do you compose? Do you start with the melodies or do you write the lyrics first? How do you do?
Um, Normally lyrics are the last thing I do. Um, yeah, I start with like the vibe of the song, like chords, like I start thinking like if I want a guitar or maybe synths, like I start with the vibe of it and like figuring out the chords and if they're major chords, so it's like a happier song, or if they minor, or like what kind of song I'm doing, and then once I have one or two parts for it, that's when I start like I don't know, playing with melodies and like figure out melodies, and I just start like singing over it, like just mumbling, like no actual words, and just like singing over it. And then once I have a melody that I like, that's when I think about the words.
Excellent. That's really good. And can you tell me if you're going to go on tour soon?
I have like a few shows in Spain. Like for now, I don't have anything outside Spain. Like I'm trying to get a London show for after the summer, maybe like a UK tour. Um, the next year. I don't know. Like we're figuring it out if when to go outside Spain. But for now, I only have Spain. I have like two shows in Madrid and Barcelona to like a release party for the EP, like a show.
Yeah.
And then after I have a few festivals, like, but it's gonna be all in Spain for now.
Okay. Because you came to England not long ago, did you?
Yeah, I was there twice last year, or three times, I think. Yeah, it was like
Okay.
yeah, because I went to Great Escape. I played London twice, and then yeah, I had a few things there last year. But it was
Yeah, I've
with the
seen
first
you've
EP.
played at the Paper Dress Vintage in
Yeah, exactly.
Hackney.
Yeah, that was really nice.
I wished I'd been there. I want to go. I
Yeah,
hope you're going to come back to London soon.
yeah. You live there? Yeah, right?
Sorry?
Do you live there?
Yeah,
Nice,
I live in Hertfordshire. It's not far from Hackney
nice.
actually.
Yeah,
So
nice.
it's on the same train line. So
Very nice.
I
This
could
is
go anywhere in London to see you.
amazing. I'll try. I'm planning to come in September, so I'll let you know.
Oh, great. Thank you. Is there any bands that you'd like to play with in England?
Actually, I've been talking to these guys that I really, really, really love. They're called Do Nothing. Oh, sorry, one second. One
Yeah.
second.
Yeah.
Sorry. Vale, sorry. Basically, sorry, what did, yeah, yeah. So there's this band that I've been talking to that I really, really like. They're called Do Nothing. They're
Do
from the
nothing.
UK. Yeah, they're from the UK. I don't know where exactly, but they're from the UK. And yeah, like I've been also liking kind of like what's her name, the last dinner party that I would have really liked to open for.
Ah,
um yeah, like those upcoming bands in England, like I'm really like, yeah, I think,
yeah.
what's the other band? Well, yeah, those two are like, I really would love to like do something with them.
I've seen that you played with Wolf Alice already
Yeah,
before.
yeah, I did in Spain. They played Madrid and Barcelona, and I opened for them. It was really good. It was a really
Wow.
good experience. Yeah, because like I've known them for a really long time for touring and stuff, and I don't know, being able to like open for them with my new project, like it was really, really, really cool. I loved it.
Wow. And so, can you tell me in fact, what is your best memory of a live concert you've done?
Like ever, or with Shanghai Baby?
With Shanghai Baby.
I'd say I really enjoyed the Wolf Alice, because
Okay.
like, because I haven't played that much. Like I haven't had like a long tour or something like that. And I think we had a few shows right before the Wolf Alice, so it kind of felt like touring. Because like I hate playing shows because I get nervous, and like I get really, really, really judgy of myself. Like it has to be perfect, and I get really perfectionist. And like, so I think that when you've played a few shows in a row, that sensation starts going away, so
Yeah.
it was the first time when I played with them that I felt that, because we had played a few shows before. So I was like feeling more like not stressed about it. I was just like having fun and like enjoying it.
Yeah. You feel like you have some brothers and sisters to be with.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, great. Okay, so we're nearly at the end.
Uh-huh.
And I would like to ask you one last question. What would you advise young girls to do to go into music or play
Mm,
instruments? How would you inspire them to do that?
I would say, because something that really works for me, it's going to see and listening to girls. Like, I think that right now there's way more girls on stages and doing music than there were when I was starting years ago. And right now I love, like, I think it's really powerful for a woman seeing a woman on stage and listening to a woman on your headphones and listening to their music. So I think exposing yourself to that and like going to shows that are like where you can see like a woman playing bass, a woman singing, a woman playing drums, and like not just playing or at home, like you can hear. I think that it's really powerful and inspiring, because you feel it's like seeing a woman being cool in that situation. It's so powerful that I think it's really inspiring, and that really makes you want to do it. And it,
And
it feels it feels possible. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, completely. And what is a feminine figure, that artist that you really like, who inspires you?
I used to have Amy Winehouse, but I think she's too dark. Like it's everything is so dark around her that the inspiration like runs out a little bit. I think Alanis Morissette is someone that I'm listening to a lot right now, or like Placebo. I'm loving. Um, Florence is great. Like she's very inspiring. Fiona Apple is very inspiring. The Yeah Yeah Yes with what's her name?
Oh,
Um,
yeah,
can't figure it out now. Bueno, the Yeah
yeah.
Yeah Yes, like it's really, really inspiring to like all those like actual like bands. Like when you see a woman in a band, like actually like playing and like doing stuff. Like I don't know, it's really inspiring to me.
Okay. Yeah, I agree.
Mm.
Okay, well, that's it. We've finished our portrait of you, Ade.
Amazing. Thank you very much.
I'm so glad I spoke to you. It's an honor, really, to have you there.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. Thank you for having me. Let me know
You
when it comes out.
sorry?
Let me know when it comes out.
Yeah, I will. Absolutely. So I
Amazing.
wish you a lovely time and I'm hoping that I'll see you in England soon.
Of course you will. I'll come as soon as I can.
Thank you so much.
Have a really good day.
You too.
Really nice meeting you. We'll
Yeah,
talk
me
soon.
too.
Bye.
Thanks.
Thank
Bye.
you.